You can be all the things you've always wanted to be. Beautiful, sexy, 1, 2, 3. Just let your soul go. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul, baby, feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul go.
I can't breathe. It's like a whole waterfall on his head.
Go, you got product in there or what? No, keep talking. Let me see the back. Oh, it's balling.
Are you ready?
Here comes them black nerds, goes on with big words. Cake slap makes us all smile. These little songs ever sang a while. Flames kinda like a mastermind. While this one shows up every single time. Yeah, how was your night gonna bring the fight? Case, this is Black Nerd Podcast, winning all the fights.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. Thank you. It only took a second. Y'all, we got the whole team on deck. You know what I'm saying? Got your boy Fame in the building, huh? Always with violent weaponry in the background. We can see who's not a peacemaker. All right, we've got the beautiful herself. Jalen is in the building.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
For real. Happy Super Bowl Sunday for all of you people that are like watching this and watching that and watching this.
Ain't nobody watch no bum Seahawks.
I just want to see the halftime performance and the opening performance, which obviously is going on right now. Probably Green Day is performing, and that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, to open the Super Bowl, and the halftime performance, of course, is Bad Bunny. So
I'm going right on a YouTube after this. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Got Sloan in the building.
Huh?
How you feeling, broski?
I'm doing all right.
All right. I like the hoodie. It's real fly.
Thank you.
Know what I'm saying?
Sloan got all the fly hoodies.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, you got all the fly hoodies.
Yep. Notice how when the ladies start showing up in the comments, the outfits start leveling up. I understand, you know what I'm saying? Because you got first impressions are super important. So, like, if you haven't done so, make sure you do exactly what our homie did. You know what I'm saying? Go to vvcmerch.com right now. Grab you some nerdy specific items. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when the ladies pull up or when you got a special event to go to. You always need some beautiful nerdy attire to let people know, you know, what you all about and support one of your favorite platforms. So get on that VVC merch. All right. The next thing you need to do, sign up on our Patreon, patreon.com/VVC Life. The Patreon has over 800 exclusive posts from all of us. Also, it has books. It's got mixtapes. It's got tons of other stuff. And it's a great way to support the growth of this platform. Patreon.com/VVC Life. All right. After this show, we will be playing Baldur's Gate. We're not going to do a 4-hour session. I know Fame's excited to do a 4-hour session. I'm not doing a 4. We're going to do a nice hour and a half. Yo, I mean, like, we close to the beginning. Like, now we walk around the whole game. Everybody,
we in the end game now.
We in the end game. So probably in the end game. Left before we out of here. So just make sure you come through. And then, of course, Monday nights is Co-op Mondays, aka Co-op only. You know what I'm saying? If you saw us last week, it took us 30 minutes to get the damn game loaded. And then once we got in the game, we starved to death. We had illusions. We ain't know what we was doing. Somebody decided to start the game without doing the intro stuff that you're supposed to do. Like he was like, "Oh, we don't need no directions. We can just figure it out."
I mean, that's why you learn the hard way, you know?
Yeah, how to
Sometimes you
die.
have to. That's the best way to learn.
We got mauled by a tiger, got beat up by, I still don't know what that is. Some mystery woodsy tribal person just comes out of nowhere, beat the crap out of you, and dip off. You get leeches on you. You trying to find, we still ain't found water. We just dying, no water. Like, it's just crazy. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Just join us again for our second session tomorrow. Co-op only with Green Hell. And yes, I did. Well, I'm about to do the instructions so I can learn how to play the game, and Fame has done so as well.
Know how to get clean water now, so it's a start.
I love that for y'all.
Facts. So come on, bro. What y'all been up to? I ain't seen y'all in a week, man. Y'all all professionals now. Y'all got stuff going on. You know what I mean? So Sloan, what you been up to all this week? What's been going on?
Unfortunately, nothing much. Trying to get my story off the ground, moving slow as forever as usual. So not really, pretty much nothing.
Okay, that's what's up. I love that.
You know
I'm jealous.
Say, slow motion is better than no motion.
Hey. All right, Jalen, what you been up to in the last 7 days?
Work. You know, school was out for like a week. So, well, for a whole week. And so last week was the first week back. So it was a little rough. The kids were definitely showing their, you know what?
Okay.
Literally and figuratively.
I believe the children are our future. All right. Anyway, Fame, what you been up to for the last week, sir?
Nothing much, bro. Nothing at all. I think I haven't did anything besides content. And I've been eating healthy like crap. So I've cooked every single day of the week for once in my life. Yeah, actually, I'm going on day 8. You know,
okay.
I'm literally throwing down in the kitchen. Okay. So I'm just trying to keep that.
Oh yeah, orphan soup and whatnot.
Huh?
Orphan soup and whatnot.
Yeah, my orphan soup is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad my first dish and I've come so far. I can't wait to post my dish today. But my vegan burgers I made the other day were just
vegan burgers.
Yeah, they were just some chickpea burgers.
I mean, he
he
also came out as gay at some point this week. I don't remember which day it was, but shout out to Fame in his journey discovery, and we are here to support you.
Clearly,
your journey of
you know, much more supportive than that.
I ain't supporting the vegan burger though.
Hey, listen, I get you, meat eater. I get you.
Woo, pause. Wow, super crazy, bro. Look. Let's just pivot out of here. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we've got a few precious assistances. So I'm gonna start with one here. Because it was already pulled up. So we're just gonna throw that on the screen there. So if you remember a nice show called Stargate, they created some bookends based off of the Stargate. And I thought, hey man, this would be cool, man. Like for my crib. And people can come use Stargate.
Does it work?
No. It's just a replica.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I thought it had 2 sides, but I guess it only has one. So, shout out to them.
Separately.
Yeah, fact. So I don't know how that's gonna work, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? So all right, let's go to the next one. Let's see, who else do we have here? Okay. So I think Jalen dropped something for the people. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Oh wow, I love this. Let's do this. Yes.
Bathroom wall art. You know, we have a Joker chilling on the toilet. I need something for my bathroom because I have no pictures in my bathroom. And then when I go over people's houses, they be having art on the walls in their bathroom. I've never had art on the wall in my bathroom. So why not, this be the first piece.
I respect that.
Man on toilet.
I think that's so mature and adult to have like bathroom art that is like it's like you got bathroom art in a bathroom with the character in the bathroom. Like everything is bathroom. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. And he ain't have his pants down. So like that's even better. So I don't have to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's the one.
Like,
yeah.
And on the toilet with his pants
I
down.
did notice that, and I'm like,
shout out to that.
ooh.
All right, sir, take this away, Sloan.
That's fire.
No, this one's mine. Wait, is JS mic working?
Yeah, my mic is working. Can you hear me?
I can't hear him.
Oh boy.
Oh, well, we can definitely hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you good though. Go ahead, Sloan. You can tell us about your joint.
Okay, so this was announced like a while ago, like at least like a year or two ago. They're basically releasing Doctor Doom actual helmets that you can wear, and I put it in my cart as soon as I got about it. So I'm definitely planning on getting it. Like I don't know when I'm gonna get it. All I know is eventually I am gonna get it. I'll probably get it for Doomsday just so I can be in character for Doctor Doom and trash on it because Doctor Doom wouldn't even like Doomsday. So, and plus I like Doom, so I could probably spit a few MF Doom bars with it on.
Gotta be fire. Yeah, definitely watch the movie. What's the ticket on that? Well, how much is that one?
It varies. I think it's like sold out, so you have to go to other buyers.
138, 174. Okay.
I wonder if it's the same helmet that the guy had on when we went to Anime for Dummies.
Oh yeah. Probably.
So that was really cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
All right. Can y'all hear me now, or am I still kind of like?
I can hear you.
Oh, I could hear you the whole time.
All righty then.
Sloan, can you hear him? Go ahead, J Talk.
Hello, mic check.
I
1,
can't hear
2.
him on the device that I have right now, but I pulled him up on my phone so I can hear him on my phone.
Awesome. All right. So maybe if I go to a commercial and come back, that might help out. So we'll be right back. Black Nerd Podcast. Let's go.
One time for your mind, it's your man Mastermind, host of the indie show All Things Indie, your new favorite podcast that's secretly a late night talk show. Join the movement every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on bbclife.com.
Okay, artists, pay attention. Wednesday nights are all about music talk. We play new music, discuss business strategy, equipment, music advice, production, and much more. Let us listen to your music and give you real information to help your audience grow. Tune in 9 p.m. live to patreon.com/VVClife. Let's go.
Ask questions in the chat, or as a Squad Up member, get free video reactions and music consultations. Tap in every Wednesday 9 p.m. on patreon.com/VVClife.
All right. I'm back. All right. So look, it's time for us to get it. Good Lord, he's going crazy over there. All right. So the next thing we got to do is talk about the main topic. Okay. Got to get this out of the way. Super important. Today's show is called Blerdly Beloved, the power couples of culture. So that is a fancy way of saying black marriages that we love within our black culture. You know what I'm saying? So let me read off the specifics. In this episode of Black Nerd Podcast, we're heading to the altar to celebrate the unions that defined our childhoods and shaped our imaginations. We're moving beyond the struggle tropes to highlight the intellectual, adventurous, and high-powered love stories that provide black love is a superpower. All right. So whether you're fighting off alien invasions together, just debating the ethics of the multiverse over dinner, these couples represent the end game we all root for. Grab your cape, your rings, your favorite comic. It's time to get Blerdly Beloved. All right. So I'm going around the room. Why is your couple? I asked everybody before the show to please come up with at least one blurred couple, which is a black nerd couple or just a black couple from pop culture that you love. So, and I asked you guys to answer these questions. Why is your couple important to you? What space do they occupy within the culture, and what makes their union different from other marriages within the culture? So, who would like to go first? Does anybody have theirs ready? Or do y'all need me to go first because everybody's looking like somebody just stole their lunch money?
Uh,
All right.
so, all right, I will say I did what you said. I just missed the blurred couple part. So,
So they're not black.
I mean,
No, they're not. It's not a nerdy.
It don't have to be nerdy, but I think we were saying that it just got to be like, something in the black culture. So like, you know what I'm saying? If it's Beyonce and Jay-Z, even though I consider both of them to be nerds, that's fine. Or somebody else. So I'll show you mine. I'll show you one off of my list. I have a list of 10. Pause. So I'm gonna give you my number 10. Blurly
10.
Beloved, Black Marriages, Tess and Terry Hendricks, My Dad, the Bounty Hunter. Number one, I love why is the couple important to me? Number one, it's a Netflix series that I think a lot of people slept on. I feel like it definitely represents a lot of modern day black couples where you've got an overworked father is, you know what I'm saying, out here trying to make it happen. And, the wife is definitely being supportive, but understandably, she's frustrated because, they want the family unit to be the family union. And then you've got the kids stuck in the middle. So it seems like but the couple ends up staying tight. The marriage doesn't break up. You know what I'm saying? They talk about how much and why they love each other. Actually, season 2 gets into how they met and how their relationship blossomed into the place it is in. What space do they occupy within the culture? Well, it's technically sci-fi, comic, and nerdy. So, and it's a TV series. So, last thing, what makes their union different from other marriages within the culture? I've never seen a sci-fi black marriage outside of maybe Benjamin Sisko. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and then both parents are warriors in a sense. So it's not like she's a Sally, the homemaker, and I make cookies. It's like, nah, both of them are badasses. So, like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to give away too much. So anyway, if you just in case you haven't seen it. So who would like to go next?
I have a couple. And I actually mentioned them last week, but to go in depth, one, they are not married. So, but they are a couple. Miss Sandy and Grey Worm from Game of Thrones. What has pretty much brought them together or made them close is that they were both enslaved and they were both liberated by Daenerys, and then they just become like they're pretty much out of all the couples and all the drama and chaos and the violence. Of course, there is violence involved. They just show like they have a genuine love and respect for one another. They're both genuinely good people. Even just from beginning to end, a lot of people's characters in the show developed in a negative way, a lot of them. But this couple kind of stayed true to their character the whole time. And the fact that he did not have his man parts, it's like that has to be true love, you know?
Wait, what?
So he was an unsullied soldier, and they castrate them.
I know how he lost his man parts, but it's only true love because he can't have.
I'm saying like that kind of contributes to the fact that like it's love. It's not just a physical connection. It's
No, I got you. Shout out to the two of them, man. I wouldn't have thought about that, but that was definitely fire. All right. Let's see. Fame. What you got?
I got
What is so funny?
Yeah, it's just Jay. He said it's only true love because he ain't got no. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go with it's 3 of them, right? What's the first one? What's the first question you said?
Let's see. Why is your couple important to you?
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Winslows.
Mm.
I'm going with the Winslows because family matters to me. To be corny. But in all seriousness, it's because it's Carl went from a security guard, no, from a cop to like mall security or something. I forgot what kind of security guard he was, but through it, it was authority, pressure. He was super prideful. He's loud, stubborn, and Harrietta was emotional, intelligent, and how we look at most black women, black mothers on television. They were steady. They are the love of the show. Their love wasn't flashy. Through each episode, it was earned. What was the second one?
Let's see. What space do they occupy within the culture?
Aspirational normalcy. So, yeah, look at those guys. They we talking about a show that came out in the 90s, right? With black families on TV was extravagated or fractured. The Winslows were married, flawed, but functional and loving, right? They argued, they laughed, they failed at getting things done. They forgave and stayed together. And again, corniness that mattered. They taught a generation that love is daily work, respect is non-negotiable, and family is long game. Um, the last one now.
All right. And the last one is what makes their union different from other marriages within the culture?
All right, I'm gonna pull a doc up at this, so I don't. Um, I can tie it to anime. So the Winslows, uh, that was watching the kids grow up, watching Urkel become Urkel. That was the first time for me I seen like sitcom as an arc. So the way I watch anime and Dragon Ball Z progressively progressed, this was like the first family where I was involved in a show that I could really say, yo, bro, there was career changes, there were financial stress, there was extended family where Urkel always busting through. There was constant chaos. The parenting as they went from young kids to younger teenagers to young adults. Like this was my first time seeing what an arc really was. It's like an emotional blueprint. So yeah. That's what I got. That's what I got. I'll go pull up the doc. So.
All right, Sloan, it's on you, my guy. Tell us, in your opinion, what's your favorite black marriage in pop culture? My guy, tell us, in your opinion, what's your favorite black?
My favorite black couple. It comes from a webtoon called Ordeal. I mentioned this to you guys before, but where they stand in pop culture is basically in the webtoon / manhwa space. And as it's gotten more popular, since it's like it's gotten like deals with like Street Fighter, just one of the best action series on webtoon in general and stuff like that. It's starting to get more notoriety in like the manhwa space. Like I see it being listed against other top tier ones like Tower of God and God of High School and stuff like that. So I feel like they're becoming a significant staple in the whole manhwa webtoon space. But they're so important to me because it doesn't fulfill any like stereotype or whatever, and it isn't just some one-off thing. Because when I was trying to find like have like a list of black characters who were couples and together and it was actually healthy, I realized, and even in like in the main comic space, it's always short-lived. It's either a one-night stand or it's like super surface level, like, hey, they're together, and it's just kind of thing. There's no like, it's not like Luke Cage and what's her name, Jessica Jones kind of thing. So the thing I love about Andrea and Shay Hart is the fact that it was an organic progression and the seeds were already planted, even on off screen, because that's a little bit of a spoiler, but I'm just gonna leave it at that so you don't know. But basically, even from like how they were set up to be together ever since childhood and kind of thing, I like how it progressed. Everything fell into place. They were strong. It wasn't just some dude thinking that, oh, it's just some hot chick you can hook up with. No, it's a genuine affection, a genuine companionship that they did build on together, and the fact that they synergized with each other and making each other stronger. Like, even when he finally did propose to her later on in the series, he went to her knowing, like, okay, she's in a dark place, and she was basically had her own. She was fighting her own demons at the time, and basically he came to her basically saying, hey, you don't have to fight this alone. I can fight. I'll fight the demons for you, kind of thing, and all that. And in that moment, she like agreed. They basically were bond together from that point forward. And even from there, like there's like there was a moment where basically she had to use like a weapon, which basically she didn't know how to control, but all she knew it was get enough power to where it would protect Shay. She didn't know that he could handle himself at that time, but the fact that she was willing to risk her own life to take out the opponent that was on the verge of killing him just shows you the kind of love that we don't see amongst like the usual black couple. Even with Storm, she was ready. She ditched T'Challa at the moment of serious contention. Like, oh no, I'm going with the X-Men. Bye, kind of thing. He didn't do that. Andrea isn't that kind of person. Even when he started going downhill, she's like, I'm still here. You can go as far down as you need to. I'm gonna still be here waiting for you when you rise back up. And all that. So that's why it's so important to me, because it's an organic progression and it's nothing but positivity, but also realistic in the sense of it's not just sunshine and rainbows. It's going to have some bumps and trips and like, what's the word? Like stumbles in the path, kind of thing.
All right. And okay. And you actually answered all of the questions. So great job, son. Great job. All right. So now we're going to go through the 9 that I've put together, and they will be released tomorrow on our Instagram page, just like we did last week's. So number 9. Oh, go ahead.
Can I add one more? I want to add one more couple, because we can't talk about like black couples that are significant without talking about Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil. Two amazing, educated individuals, taking care of like their family. They're doing positive things in the community. Uncle Phil's a lawyer who eventually becomes a judge. Aunt Viv is a college professor who used to be an artist. She can dance. Like they just gave just black excellence. And yeah, we can't mention black couples that had just influence, especially like me growing up. I used to watch Fresh Prince on Nick at Night all night long until Roseanne came on. And so that's why it's so important to me. They just showed just a positive, like it was always so many lessons that they would teach the kids every episode, and how they supported the kids and how they just did not play. It just really shows like the dynamic of black parents and even like black aunts and uncles.
I'm with you. So on the list, number 9, Martin Payne and Gina Waters.
So crazy.
So crazy. Number 8, Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv. Great job, Jason. Great job.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Victor Stone and Sarah Charles. All right. Dr. Cliff and Claire Huxtable.
Okay, Mastermind.
All right. Then we went to Jabari and Meadow Intergalactic, a Netflix film or series. I can't remember. Shout out to them.
I gotta see both of these now.
I know.
Prince Akeem and Lisa McDowell coming to America.
Okay. That's interesting. Hilariously interesting.
I'll allow it.
Oscar and Trudy Proud, huh? The Proud family. You know what I mean? I thought that was pretty cool. All right. Ray and Rainbow Johnson, Blackish. I really like that one.
I just did. And all them kids. Whew.
All them damn kids. And number 1 is Jefferson and Lynn Pierce, Black Lightning.
That was one of my picks from last week.
So shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Good
That is
black
our
marriages.
10 great black marriages and blurred culture. You know what I mean? And if you got any more, put them in the comments, man. We want to see.
Yeah.
I want to expand the list and make it bigger and bigger. It's surprising when I'm putting together these lists how there aren't as many. I'm thinking, oh, I'll probably have 50 or 100 to choose from. You will be surprised even when I'm going through Gemini how it regurgitates the same like really 6 to 8 joints over and over and over again. It's not really well versed in black. And I would say another issue I have is the thing me and Fame keep arguing about. It's like I'll say black couples, it'll give me mixed couples. So I might end up with an Asian and a Polynesian person. I'll end up with one black person and with a white person. And I'm like, these are not black couples. You know what I mean? These are interracial couples, and which I don't have a problem with. We're not trying to say that the world can't have it or shouldn't have it. We're just saying that when
we're covering a topic, we're doing a segment. Yeah, that's
a very, very specific topic. So
now,
all right.
Wait, before we move forward, I just realized I didn't do my precious.
No, sir, you didn't put it in the rundown, sir.
It is in a rundown, unless it's in an old rundown. Possibly. Yep, it is in the old rundown. I forgot you said you were going to do a new rundown, and you did a whole entire new rundown, buddy. I'm looking at it right now. Okay, moving on. Just keep it going.
So let's jump into what's the next. We are jumping into our games. There we go. Yeah, let's go. All right. So we've got a bunch of games that we are going to talk about, and I don't know why I don't have them all downloaded because I'm trash as a person. So give me 30 seconds. Let me get the first one up and running here. There we go.
Oh, wait. Oh, you deleted my
most
joint out of
unique
here.
game modes.
I did not delete your joint.
It
Would you
did
stop?
say JS1 and then it said Fame. I had changed your link so we could I did something new, and you deleted both the names.
Oh, yeah, because that's not
It was
how
a
I know.
link. Yeah. Okay. All right. Down to the bottom.
I apologize. That's something weird. All right, so here we go. We're back. Let's run these games.
One of GarageMod's most unique game modes is being made into a standalone game. If you don't know, Elevator Source is a classic Gmod game mode that takes you and your friends on an elevator journey of a lifetime, where each floor, the doors could open up to literally anywhere, and anyone could board the elevator with you. Now this game, simply named Elevator, is the standalone sequel to that mod, and I say sequel as it's way more than just a remake into a standalone game. You now get to leave the elevator, solve puzzles, encounter deadly monsters and dangerous anomalies whilst finding Easter eggs and collectibles along the way. One floor could be hilarious, the next an adventure, and sometimes you might even go through absolute horror. Each floor you successfully visit and complete adds a memento to your player's penthouse, which is where you end up at the end of each elevator playthrough. Elevator is available to back on Kickstarter and has already hit its goal, but there's way more stretch goals to go to add more content. There's a demo you can play on Steam right now, and it will be priced at $7.99 US on release.
Oh, a demo?
I'm sorry, man.
That's really cool. Actually, I'd play it.
Okay, didn't think you'd like it. All right, Sloan.
Is that how you feel?
Okay.
It looks yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one, bro. It looks like when they say AI is coming to video games, this is what I picture the first AI video games looking like. Generative backgrounds that you can go on. And was that a VR game? Probably not, right?
Probably not.
Yeah, it looked like it should have been a VR game, and it looks like everything is just generating itself in the background. So I'm not opposed to it. It looks pretty cool, but it just looks blah.
I wonder if so. every time you play it, is it the same floors, like in the same order, or is it different every time you play it? And that's a question that I would want to know the answer to before playing.
I agree.
Good question. I don't know. Sloan, did you catch any of it before you blanked out?
Oh yeah, I caught the whole video. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I remember playing a game akin to this on Roblox, but it's definitely something I would play probably. I do worry that I may get bored of it, but at the same time, it's worth $7.99, so it wouldn't be that much of like a waste. It wouldn't be a waste of money necessarily if I do get bored of it quickly. So
yeah,
but I definitely play it.
I'm definitely down to play it, especially because I was like, oh, this is co-op. Cool, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Team run through. If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. All right, let's get to the next one.
Trying to conquer the kingdom you inherited from your dad, and it's your job to make sure they fail. Hello, friends, we're Indie First, and we show you games that you've probably never heard of. This is Earth Must Die, and you play as an unhinged, foul-mouthed alien ruler whose beautiful Tyrithian kingdom is being invaded by idiotic Terranoids from Earth. And instead of diplomacy, you chose violence. Loud, chaotic, deeply personal violence. Earth Must Die is packed with absurd humor, villain energy narration, and a story that fully commits to the bit. It's fast, ridiculous, and self-aware. The kind of game that knows it's unhinged and leans all the way into it. You're not saving the world. You're defending your ego, your throne, and your extremely dead father's legacy. If you like games that don't take themselves too seriously, break the fourth wall, and let you be the bad guy with zero apologies, this one is definitely for you. Send this to a friend who would destroy Earth if they could. Follow us for more games you've probably never heard of.
So, Megamind meets Rick and Morty in a game?
Talk a little bit of Ben 10 in there, but a lot more gruesome. Where was the damn game?
You saw it.
That was an animation.
That was a cartoon.
Maybe the game is the animation. Maybe it's like an animation.
And they should have had a HUD, had some buttons up on the screen. Show me your game.
Just a little bit of gameplay that.
Yeah, they've got a point.
I'm not mad. I thought this was different and interesting. So I was like, all right. So hey, man, tear it to pieces.
The main character looks just like Megamind with a smaller head and hair. And then the whole vibe was Rick and Morty.
All right. Let's slide on to the next one.
The game takes place during an active alien invasion, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Your goal in this game is to just survive. Aliens have invaded Earth and are wiping out the entire planet with practically zero resistance, so there's no way for you to fight back. You experience the full timeline of the invasion. It starts with absolute panic and military battles, but over time, the world fades into a deadly quiet wasteland. You need to loot buildings, secure supplies, and avoid the aliens to stay alive. But the giant tripods are far from the only threat. Other humans will resort to drastic measures and may try to attack you for your belongings. Therefore, you're going to have to be very particular about who you trust. Eventually, you and the rest of humanity may find a way to bring down the giant alien machines, but right now, you've just got to stay alive. However, if you decide you want a change of pace, you can actually flip teams, meaning you can actually play as the aliens in multiplayer, in a PvP mode where the two teams are humans and aliens respectively. I'm Biff, and I find unique gaming experiences for you to check out every day. This is War of the Worlds. No release date as of yet, but you can wishlist it on Steam to stay updated.
What y'all think about this?
I'm playing that.
I was with them until they said you can play as the aliens, and I feel like they just didn't need to do that.
No, I want to kill. I want to.
I feel like it was just very unnecessary. I don't know.
You don't have to do it. It's not saying that you have to play both.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it just seems like okay. It just seems a little unnecessary.
I got you. Fame.
Oh, it looks like a PC modded game, so yeah, I would try it. I wouldn't buy
it. Okay, let's move on to the
play game. Wasn't the end, but your only chance to learn how to live. Hello, friends. We're Indie First, and we show you games that you've probably never heard of. This is Fear the Time Loop. and it immediately feels like a psychological chess match with time itself. You play as Sheriff James Cooper, bleeding out in a strange hospital with no memory of how you got there. That should be the end, but instead, you wake up again, and again. You've got 15 minutes each loop to uncover clues, survive terrifying encounters, and piece together a way out before time resets your progress and sends you back into the same deadly cycle. You don't just repeat the loop either. You have to learn it, read its patterns, exploit the cracks, and adjust your decisions as the truth slowly reveals itself. Dying isn't a punishment here. It's data, and you are the only one who can turn repetition into escape. If you're into time loop games that make you think, adapt, and use failure as forward movement, this one is absolutely worth checking out. Send this to a friend who's almost got it figured out. Follow us for more games you've probably never heard of.
All right.
It looks like fun. I would play this. It would probably frustrate the shit out of me, but I would play it.
Okay. Slow.
I don't like thinking too much in games. Like I already struggle with game code vein and stuff like that. Now it's like the whole purpose is like, bro, I'm trying to have fun. If I wanted to think, I would have gone to college.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This looks I would buy this. I wouldn't spend no more than $20 on it. It felt like Resident Evil as I was watching it play through. I do like that it reminds me of a game called 12 Minutes. It reminds me of a game called The Forgotten City. It reminds me of a game called The Outer Wilds. The only difference is it's a horror game, so I almost have to play this. So most likely we'll be playing this game in October. I have to play this game.
What do you think, Jay?
Oh, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
It's a horror game.
It's not. I forgot.
Yeah, he soft served.
Yeah,
and his little jabs don't mean nothing to me. Nobody paying you no attention. You know what I'm saying?
Pay attention when it's facts. That's right.
Yeah, let's get to the riddle. All right, gay man, calm down.
Riddle me this, Batman.
Jeez.
Okay.
Go ahead. Oh, let me put your question up. There you go.
I make a loud sound when I'm changing. When I do change, I get bigger, but way less. What am I?
A woman. No, it's like that was sorry. That was messed up.
Anyway,
don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I think you should stop while you're ahead.
That's what I said.
When I do change, I get bigger, but way less. What am I? I make a loud sound
This should be pretty.
when I'm changing.
Even you guys can get it right.
Why? Why'd you make me hesitate in my head?
Where's Bum Bum Bunny at, yo? Bum Bum Bunny, can you get this for us real quick so we can move on?
She can't get 5 in a row.
I'm gonna be like chicken wings.
Bro, crazy.
I make
Bum
a
Bum.
loud sound when I'm changing. When I do change, I get bigger, but way less. What am I?
Transformers? I mean, like, let's see. That's crazy. That's crazy.
No guesses in the comment?
Mm-hmm.
Groundhog's Day meets Quantum Leap.
That's one of the games.
Oh. Yeah, yes, for the last game. That's what Mastermind's referring to. Yeah.
As a side note, did anybody watch the new Quantum Leap that's on Netflix? It's actually pretty good. It gets mad soap opera-ish, therefore becoming very boring. but like in the beginning, it was actually quite sci-fi and really cool, enthused. It was super cool, like, but they just added this whole love relationship component to it that I was like, oh my god, why do we need that? Like the show would have been better without it. Whatever. All right, let's move right along before Sloan falls asleep. All right, so drop your comments. Yeah, I was going to say we're going to go back next week and see about it.
I got you guys today.
Well, can I get a clue so I could think about over the week?
Not this time. Only because this one is really easy, and whatever clue I'll give you, it will give it away.
Oh, can I just say water balloon then? Oh no, that's closed. Never mind.
Or balloon.
It's closed. Been changing
That's
clothes.
a good one. No, it's not closed either. That was a good guess though.
No, okay, thank you.
Okay. All right.
When I tell you guys the answer, you guys are gonna be like,
Yeah, we're gonna, as always, feel like
too hard. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Let's move. Let's go to a commercial.
Have you heard this before?
I love your hoodie. It's so comfortable. Can I keep this? Pretty please?
Oh, hell no!
It's hoodie season, and your wardrobe is being hunted by that special someone. So what do?
Break up with her until spring?
No.
Oh?
What then? Go to vvcmerch.com and buy hoodies for her, so she will stay away from your stuff. It doesn't even have to be her size, it can be your size. She's still gonna wear it.
So I gotta buy her stuff so I can keep my own?
Exactly. Hoodies from the Black Nerd Collection, or embrace her independent queen energy with an indie show hoodie. vvcmerch.com has you covered and smothered like brown gravy on pepper steak and white rice.
I'm just gonna hide my hoodies. You're crazy.
You'll be single before Thanksgiving. Don't say I didn't warn you. vvcmerch.com is your only hope.
If you're playing solo,
you're already doing it wrong.
3 games.
1 co-op rule.
Every Monday, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. We will not survive. I'm just like,
Huh?
You know what? Let's get to the news. All right. There's a ton of stuff to talk about, and then there's some other things that were left over from last week. Now, I would like to remind you, if we miss anything this week, you can come right back to the clubhouse on Thursdays. Fame and I will be streaming live only behind the Patreon paywall. We will be dropping an episode every week for bonus content just for the Patreon members. So all of our Black Nerdies understand that's where you can get the exclusive. Plus, we watch all of the new trailers. Just like there's a brand new trailer that just dropped this evening that I'm like, we'll watch it on Thursday. It is what it is. So anyway, Edge of Tomorrow 2 is finally moving forward. Tom Cruise and Emily set to return. Wait a minute.
Like 5 years?
I'm sorry.
How many years has it been? I wanted to see.
Almost 10.
So I've never seen the first one.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Yes, it's good. It's really good. You
You
should
had
watch
to.
it. It's good.
You had to
It's
see
good.
it.
It's
You
good.
probably just don't remember.
Probably not.
Yeah, you're probably just stuck in a loop. You'll break out.
First, look at Henry Cavill in Highlander reboot. So, this IP came out in the 90s, probably the mid to late 90s, and people were, including me, obsessed over the show. Apparently, Fame, the way he's looking right now, hated the show.
did not like it.
I loved it. It was campy, goofy, not really goofy, but it was definitely campy, broody, dark. Didn't make a lot of sense. Collapsed under its own mythology sometimes, but it was fun to watch. It was one of those things that it was like a Van Damme movie, man. It's like you just got to be in for the ride. Like you got to turn your brain off and just go in for the ride. It was a dope TV show. They did some crazy movies based off the IP. So when I saw they're doing a reboot, I was like, all right, I feel like that IP is perfect for a reboot if you have the right person that respects the IP and wants to create something better than what we got. Not saying that I didn't love what we had, but I can admit that there are trash elements in all of the series and the films. And it could have been done. It could have been much bigger if it had been done properly. I think people recognized that it was a cash cow and just threw anything at the screen to try to make some money. I don't really feel like they took it serious and a lot of times, but I don't know, man. I'm just excited about this. Henry Cavill, not my second, first, or the 15th or 30th choice to play this character. The visuals that I see look all right, but I'm fearful because of the Henry Cavill choice. So what do y'all think?
I think you should be fearful from the garbage can of a story that it is. But adding him into it is just one other thing. But hey, if you like trash runs on Fridays, brother.
Well, I'm pretty indifferent about him.
Henry?
Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty indifferent.
Did you watch any of the Highlander content?
Yes.
Okay. And what is in general, what's your opinion of it?
I mean,
it's a safe space. Go ahead.
I just didn't care that much, you know, and I still don't. So that's why I'm indifferent. Like whoever plays it, I
don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Now, if it's good though, I'm gonna have to eat my words. So, but you know,
let me know because I'm probably not.
Yo, that is crazy. Sloan, have you partaken in any of this content ever?
Yeah, my friend, she's a big fan of Highlander, so I watched a couple episodes with her. I mean, it's pretty interesting. I know. I mean, I get what you meant by it was kind of goofy because the guy wielded a katana like it was a fencing sword. So that kind of maybe like, what are you doing? Kind of being immortal. He had more than enough time to use it properly, but it's like I will say that I'm kind of interested in this movie because I want to see how Henry Cavill handles it. But it's not like necessarily an IP that I'm just fiending for because I feel like there's other projects out there that have done the whole idea of how would a person with immortality, how would they be basically going about the world. Old Guards, I feel like the best piece of media that's done that is Old Guards. Like in the most realistic sense and the most interesting sense, Old Guard is the best piece. So you can read the comic book, you can watch the movies. I recommend watching the movies. I recommend taking it all in, watching the movies and reading the comic books, just through and through, amazing.
Oh.
But Old Guard, right?
I will see this Highlander movie. So.
Old Guard doesn't have a fire intro song. Come on now, let's.
Old Guard's got Charlize Theron.
Nobody cares.
Song.
Who cares about Charlize? Nobody cares about Charlize Theron. Man, get out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, the white community loves her.
All right, so let's move on.
It's come to my attention that everyone's calling me a troll. Some said even the king of trolls. First of all, I'm flattered, but I'm done with all that. I would never do a deal with DoorDash and quite literally deliver beef when millions of people are watching. I mean, who would do something like that? Delivering quality beef is more of an art than science. Don't want to be too obvious. It's all about timing, and I'm always on time. Oh, they sell Combs. What a coincidence. No matter what kind of beef you have going on this weekend, remember DoorDash delivers. And you know what goes great with beef? A bottle of this beautiful Branson cognac, aged 4 years or 50 months. Who's keeping count?
I love this commercial. It is so petty. Whoever did this, whoever's idea it was, they need a raise. Because the ABC book alluding to Floyd, the Always on Time alluding to Ja Rule, the cheese puffs for Diddy, and then the 50 months, you know, his
The next three
sentence.
was all towards Sean.
It's just, that was beautiful. Beautifully done from an advertising standpoint. So petty.
Sloan, you with it? You like it, the pettiness?
I love 50 Cent's pettiness. He reminds me that I'm not hating to my fullest potential. I can always be more petty. I can always hate better.
And get paid for it.
Yeah.
That's and to cash a check over the whole thing, like
consistently.
Absolutely. Yeah, his way of pettiness inspired me because recently there's a guy some anime dude who tried to speak on why manga's doing better than comic books, and every single point he had was based in nothing. I ripped him apart online.
I saw
I'm gonna run it back because there's one point that especially didn't make any sense, so I was gonna drop that later on today.
Is that the guy you said doesn't watch anime, but like was commenting on?
No, he doesn't read comic books, but was commenting on.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everybody put your thinking caps on.
They moved to the timeline 800 years into the future, which should give them total freedom. New politics, new aesthetics, new cultural language. And they tiptoe around all that. But instead, they dress the Klingons in legacy iconography. Same silhouette, same visual grammar, same shorthand. Why? Because it's a brand asset. From a showrunner perspective, that's not bold. That's hedging. You're using the 32nd century like a tax haven for lazy writing. If you're not going to evolve the visual language, don't pretend you're boldly going anywhere new. You're just rewriting the fine print on a contract the audience already signed. And this is where Worf stops being nostalgia and starts being a benchmark. Worf isn't important because he's old Trek. He's important because his stories established a standard for how much weight Klingon drama is supposed to carry. When Worf faced a moral crisis, the show didn't protect the vibe. The camera didn't rush him. The edit didn't rescue him. The score didn't soothe him. You sat in long, uncomfortable shots. You watched the sweat. You watched the silence. You watched a man lose his name, his family, his standing, and then keep living with it. That wasn't cruelty. That was confidence in the medium. Starfleet Academy does the opposite. It references the weight without carrying it. That's the difference between high-stakes execution and reference-heavy execution. Warfare Trek used the tools of filmmaking to create stakes. Academy uses the tools of filmmaking to avoid them.
My esteemed panel.
I need you to start this off. Come on.
I barely know anything about Star Trek outside the ones that Chris Pine standed in, so we all can go ahead.
Okay, so like I have no problem starting this off, being that I'm probably the biggest Trekkie in the building. Watched all of the so they were referencing Worf's story, which is intricately woven into the Next Generation, where he begins his journey as a part of Picard's crew. Not happy about it. Definitely wasn't. I mean, he was proud to play his job, but it wasn't necessarily like, he was loving it all. But through his journey on the show, he becomes intricately interwoven into the crew. He falls in love. Oh my God. Has a kid. Oh my God. I think woman he has a kid with, the woman dies or something happens. I don't know, some crazy stuff happens. But anyway, and then also the other thing that the gentleman mentioned is that his family name gets snatched from him. I mean, he goes through so much for sacrificing for the Enterprise. And as much as they were there to support him, a lot of the embarrassment and a lot of the things that he had to face, he faced on his own. You know what I'm saying? And I love the fact that he mentioned that they didn't try to just, the next episode, they made it okay. Oh, he got his name back. It really didn't happen. But he was able to regain respect by continuing to live, by bearing the burden of the embarrassment, by him choosing to move forward in a different way, redefining himself not through his culture but through his own experiences. So like, as much as I can understand the guy being a little heavy on Starfleet, I feel like the perfect way to look at Starfleet Academy is, hey, we're re-gearing for a younger audience. And even though, yes, I feel like the show would have a lot more weight if we were to have heavier storylines, you're comparing a show that had 8 seasons to a show that's just starting and is on episode 4 or 5. Like, I feel like, number one, the Next Generation had mad seasons to establish the characters, establish the world, establish where they're going with it. I feel like Starfleet is doing a great job establishing characters, establishing a tone, which is new for them, trying to find the balance between maintaining the younger audience's attention and also keeping the intelligence and the weight of a Star Trek story, which is difficult to do. It's one thing if I have a cartoon and it's 30 minutes long and I'm able to gunshot a bunch of crazy moments and then tie in nostalgia, wrap up the story and move on, versus an hour long drama action where I have a bunch of young people that I need to establish. I feel like they probably did a little bad job of establishing so many characters all at once. I definitely feel like they are kind of getting caught up on multiple storylines, trying to juggle that, and then also keeping the Star Trek general storyline all intact. But I don't feel like it's bad. I've enjoyed every episode I've watched. I felt like there's been weight. I felt like there's been a lot of intellectual things they've been brought to the table. But once again, if I'm trying to get 16-year-olds, if I'm trying to get 16 to 25-year-olds to tap into this and be caught up, it can't have that much weight. And even if you wanted to bring it eventually, it's going to take some time. That's my perspective. Anybody else want to jump in?
To the point of you talking about trying to introduce to a younger audience, I do agree with what you're saying, especially due to the track record of Star Trek. Because since I'm part of the younger generation, the last time I've seen it talked about or enjoyed thoroughly by someone of the younger audience was the not the OG trilogy, but the trilogy that came out when I was a kid, like the one with Chris Pine and all of them, the one Star Trek Into Darkness and then Beyond. And kind of after Beyond, there wasn't really anything else unless you were going out of your way and looking for it, which I did. I watched Discovery, kind of fell off watching that, and the next show I actually legitimately was into was Star Trek Below the Decks. But the reason why I watched that show is because I liked a similar show, which was Final Space and all that. So I feel like with all the lore that Star Trek has, across its various TV shows, its movies and stuff like that, I feel like for someone of the original fan base to kind of feel like to state the whole, like you said, it's it has a lot of weight to it, but they're trying to introduce it to a new audience. They can only do so much because a lot of these kids don't even know what Star Trek is. And for me, like I said, the only thing I know is from those 3 movies that came out when I was a kid. I barely know anything about New Generations. I barely know anything about the original Star Trek TV series, and so forth and so on. So, yeah, I hope this finds a way to introduce new fans into the series. But I do agree that for an old IP such as that's so lore heavy, they need to there is a fine balance that needs to be struck, and hopefully they're doing that.
Okay. All right. So, Fame,
what was his main complaint? Because we kind of pivoted.
His main complaint is that the storyline doesn't have enough weight, And what he was using Worf as an example of, you can have a character go through things and not have to make it a happy ending at the end. And it gives more credence to the character, and it gives credence to the story.
So evidently he's already finished watching the whole entire series that we haven't seen.
No, he's only seen what we.
So he's just a really great professional hater. Okay, it was clickbait. All right, I get it. Other than that, I think, remember, I only got to see the first episode so far, and I was timid about watching it. I looked at it. I was like, okay, this is something here, and you can tell that they can really build off of these young people. They're not bad actors, so long as the story is adding up, we're gonna see where it goes. And like any great Star Wars IP, there's always going to be some characters that you're going to fall in love with. He wanted to mention Worf. We'll see where we get to in the future.
All right, Sloan, quick question. So, how far do you feel like you've made it in Discovery when you started watching it?
Why'd you stop?
I can't remember if I finished season 1. I made it. I know I made it past 3 episodes. I'm either midway through season 2, or I think I finished season 2, season 1, and I just began season 2, or I'm halfway through season 1. I watched a decent chunk of it, and I enjoyed it.
And the reason for you like walking away from it?
I forgot it existed. I got busy with school work, other stuff, moving and all that. I just kind of forgot about it. And just a couple of days, and just like then something like that
happens.
I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't even finish that show, kind of thing.
I definitely feel like if you're not, one small element with Star Trek is that if you're not a Trekkie, it's hard to get into it because it has so much of its own things to it that are necessary for you to, you know what I mean? You have to be into their style of storytelling, which is a little different. Also, you have to find it the technical bibble babble. You got to be into that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a mixture of shit that's true and shit that ain't true. So you kind of have to be going with it. It's a part of the buy-in process. I don't feel like Star Trek does a great job, and I feel like that's what Starfleet Academy is. This is our attempt to create an open lane for new people, hey, that aren't Trekkies. If you don't know how we get down, this should be an easy walk-in. Walk in, take a character that you really like, somebody attractive, follow their journey. We're gonna slow walk you in. We're not gonna give you too much tech jargon and bubble blah, 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 in the beginning. We're gonna do more explosions, more action, and more emotional stories based around soap opera. You know what I'm saying? So that you guys can want to come in and want to stay. And I think that is necessary for Starfleet to do that. However, I don't want this to be the new framework for all Star Trek shows. Like, yo, Discovery has weight. Strange New Worlds has weight. You know what I'm saying? Because it's steeped in lore from old stuff and new stuff. And we have characters that are like our lead character is based on something that way back to the beginning of Star Trek. So like you're walking into this thing, they're holding up the legacy, doing something really dope. So I need that, but I'm totally cool with you gearing up for the young kids to bring a new generation in. But yeah, it's definitely a difficult challenge. But I wanted to bring this to the show because I was like, wow, taken back by it, and I wondered what you guys' opinions were. So Jalen, did you have an opinion about any of this, or you just like
well, not really a Trekkie. I'm married to a Trekkie, but I couldn't really get into it. I've tried. So I really don't have any opinions on Starfleet Academy and how they're introducing the characters.
Okay. All right, I got one last thing, and we're going to pivot on up out of here. This is a sad story, but I wanted to get my team's opinions.
Today is one of those days where it's really hard to be a Black business owner, a Black founder, last night we found out that a group of people had exploited a code that allowed them to order over $20,000 worth of actively black product that they didn't pay for. I stayed up all night to probably 5 a.m. Just investigating the whole thing, trying to figure out what went on. It was just heartbreaking, you know, as I saw name after name, order after order, having done this. Excuse my hoodie, my 2-month-old son, I was feeding him, he spit up on me. A couple years ago, we were working with an agency that represented some athletes that we were working with. And oftentimes with these agents, you give them a code for the athletes that they represent so that they can get the gear that they need for their appearances, for their content, all those things. So that code evidently was shared a few days ago, and one person got a hold of it and then shared it with their entire friend group. At least 7 of these people work at California State University in Sacramento, and they went on a Black History Month shopping spree for free. They put in this code, and we're not talking about getting a shirt or a hoodie. We're talking about making multiple orders of $800, $900, $500 at a time. And the most egregious one was an order I found that was $8,000 worth of gear in one order that they used this code to get for free. And they knew it was wrong because they all put in fake phone numbers. Some of them put in fake emails, but we were able to trace some of these. Unfortunately, with our commitment to making sure that we get product shipped out as fast as possible, we try to ship out in-stock product within 48 hours. There's a lot of these orders that were placed over the last 72 hours that we already shipped before I caught this last night. And I found every single one of these people online, and they're all black. And I'm like, man, you would do this to a black-owned brand during Black History Month at that, but regardless of when it was, you would do this you would exploit a black-owned brand like this. And, you know, it is deflating, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not one of these fake coons out here that's running around exploiting the culture to fatten my own pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've given away and donated, poured back into the community millions of dollars since I launched Actively Black 5 years ago. Millions of dollars. I am not a millionaire. I don't have millions of dollars in my bank account. I've given away way more money back into the black community than I have in my own bank account. We use the proceeds from this revenue to take care of our people, and to have your own people do stuff like this where you exploit us out of all people. You know, I got a 2-month-old son. I now have a mouth to feed, you know what I'm saying? And over $20,000 worth of gear that was ordered for free. And it makes you question why I'm even doing this at times. You know what I'm saying? If you
All right, I don't want to go too far down. It's like you know, he gets a little emotional at the end. I'm a fan of Actively Black. They have dope products. They've done some really dope collaborations. Hey, and I've even reached out for us to collaborate with them and do some things. But man, super disappointed when I saw this. My stomach dropped. And I can only say that I've been taken advantage of by our people many a time in the past. And to even confront people that swore that they were my friends, and you know what I'm saying, and then they just have zero remorse, or they be remorseful in the moment and then they'll switch up, you know, later on. I think it's super crazy, bro. I just think it's super crazy. And when I see stuff like this, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, he has done a bunch of different things. Like, he's found photos of like different civil rights leaders, and these are like public domain photos, and instead of him just taking a photo that's public domain and making a t-shirt out of it, he's found the person, reached out, and then put deals together so that they could eat. So, like, you know what I mean? There's multiple within the community that, you know what I'm saying, don't get, like, people will just take their stuff, print it up, like these Martin Luther King t-shirts and stuff like that. So, like, he got Martin Luther King t-shirts, but even though those pictures are public domain, he still struck up a deal with the King family and is paying the King family for the usage of Martin Luther King's face and
likeness.
you know what I'm saying, and likeness. Thank you, name and likeness. And then there are other leaders within the community he struck deals with, and like I think that is how we should be doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So as he's taking off and he's successful, he's got collabs with Star Wars, he's got collabs with other major brands around the United States, but he's still going, all right, let's do stuff for our community. All right. And then as they're getting paid, they're cutting checks. And I think and they were just recently on the Breakfast Club talking about that. Not him talking about it. The people that he's got collabs with are talking about how, hey man, I haven't gotten $1 off of any of this stuff, these photos that were taken of me, the magazine articles that were done about. I've never gotten a dime from any of this shit. This is the first time I've ever been able to get paid in 50, 60 years off of things that were, images that were taken of us because nobody ever thought to collaborate, with him. So like, I want to give him mad props for that. Number one. Number two, creating a dope brand. Even the concept of it being actively Black. I think that's fire. I think we need to do better. I know we need to do better. As a person that is a nerd, somebody that's building a brand that is supportive, that is about creating a space for our Black community, we all need to do better at not just looking at success within our community as a reason for us to forget that this is a person. And we need to be proud to pay. Like, I think, Nipsey did such a great job with creating that title, proud to pay. Like, I don't mind, and like, I hate the fact that when I buy merch from artists I love and my homies be clowning me about it. Oh, you got to get you some currency hoodies. Oh, yo, you gonna go do that? Oh, you such a goofy nigga. Why you always? And I'd be like, what's wrong with
say stuff like that,
bro? You'd be surprised. Niggas don't never want. To them, it's just corny. Why you? But if I go buy some Jordans, oh yeah, man, get you some Jordans, get you 20,000 pairs of Supreme and this and that. But if I'm saying I love Kevin Gates and I'm gonna go grab me some Kevin Gates, oh, here you go, you dick riding this nigga, and it just be like, bro, we gotta get away from that shit. We gotta be proud to see somebody doing something fly and support it. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell people all the time, how can you want somebody to support you if you don't even want to support somebody else? You know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like that is the cornerstone. Plus, I would prefer to see this man become successful and then I be able to go and do business with that person later, especially if I know that they're doing fair and good business. Because to me, that's the example I want to set. And for me to even get a code and be like, I can get some free shit. I'm not saying whether or not I would. I don't know. Would I? I don't know. I might get a hoodie or a t-shirt, but I definitely wouldn't be doing like, I'm gonna get $800-900 worth of shit or $1,000. I feel like that's crazy. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I know even getting one shirt is fucked up, but I'm just being honest with you, like, because I really like their product. But go ahead, Jalen. You was about to say?
It's a lot to unpack. First off, it's very heartbreaking, very disheartening that somebody would even do that to your own people. That's stealing. And it's like, you didn't even, like you said, you didn't go and get one t-shirt. You didn't go get one hoodie. You spent thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, whatever the case. And it's like, you probably could have bought whatever you wanted on your own. But it's just the fact that you took advantage of a situation, you took advantage of a person or people, and your own people during Black History Month. And people wonder why they're not blessed. This man is going to be blessed, But people like that, people who lack remorse, people who lack just shame. Can we bring back shame, please? People like that, like, you're always going to have issues. You're always going to have problems. You're just blocking your blessings, just being a fucked up ass person. Like, you raggedy bitch. Yeah, like, ew, that is disgusting.
Nah, for sure, for sure. Sloan.
I mean,
Well said.
I can't say I'm really surprised because way was brought up, the way I was raised, I wasn't taught to like, oh, just because they look like you, they're gonna treat you better. No, the first thing I assume is everyone is gonna treat you like crap. Everyone, it doesn't matter who they look like. So to see this happening, it's not really surprising. I just see it's like, yeah, that's people kind of thing. I mean, even if you look all the way back during the Black Lives Matter marches, it wasn't just any. They burned down their own businesses. They burned down black-owned businesses. There's entire news articles did that. I did a research paper on that actually. How many several black-owned businesses suffered because of the marches because people burned down those buildings, kind of thing, and all that. Just to see this continuously going on, I feel like it's a product of the community being so malleable and to a degree, certain ones gullible. Because even if we look at like certain music, there's certain music that's being pushed in our community. It's talking about what these kids did, stealing, taking advantage of people, etc. That pollutes our community for a large portion of it, in my opinion. So I feel like, and with music being such a powerful instrument to help do all kinds of things to people, it helps get people out of depression. It helps them do all kinds of stuff. So I feel like with so many things that have been pushed onto us and that other people are pushing, that like other people in the community help pushing, I feel like this stuff like this is almost always like bound to happen to a degree. And I feel like when it comes to issues that happen in our community, because we got so many strikes against us, we need to be hard on ourselves to make sure we're the best we can be for each other. So stuff like this doesn't happen, kind of thing. Because like you like this, like if this was to happen, I feel like if the people who were to do this weren't black, they would be ridiculed up and down the street, and this would be like worldwide, and it would be news that spreads like wildfire. You know what I mean? But because it's our own, I haven't even seen it this year. I've heard of this brand, but I haven't heard of this guy getting this stuff stolen, which I feel like, again, because you said, like you said, JS, you said that we need to do better. We need to encourage ourselves to do better. I feel like it's just that. It's heartbreaking that they did this. It's disrespectful that they did this, and because they did this, they're gonna get it back. The universe was made on you reap what you sow. Those are scumbags. So guess what? They're gonna live long, miserable lives, and that's what they get.
All right, Fame, bring it on home.
Listen, Stallone killed me when he said stealing. I was back behind the green walls. All I pictured was Carlton. He said stealing. Bro, I'm gonna have to take the YN stance with this, and I hate that I gotta do this for you guys, but yo, I get it. Like I grew up on the streets of Baltimore, bro. Like I'm not like a lot of other people when it comes to stuff. Like we used to hit stores and we used to hit trucks, and we did what we had to do that we thought was right because we was just in a group moving like that. When you came up on a code and you could literally just swipe some stuff, you ain't thinking about who on the other side of that because you ain't got it. Even if you is up on the university, you ain't got it. You ain't got no money like that. So from a certain standpoint, as he was speaking, I'm just like, but bro, you know who these people are. You know how the world is. You can't be this age. You can't be in business. And I get it. It gets tearful. It make you want to just start pointing people out. But when you got that brain, you know how, man, you have conversations. I'm not about to just start saying, yeah, you already know how to, I hate to see that it was my own kind. It was these black people over. Going back to what Sloan said, man, everybody do it. Pointing those fingers, like even when you do roll up around the corner and you see him, would you, if it happened in the hood, you think his same approach would have been, oh, it's black people. No, it's black people. It's black people in the hood. It's white people out in the county. In colleges is going to be these mixed kids that's doing, all of this stuff. Don't using that to really start to start pointing the finger, especially during, Black History Month. For me, it just got a little bit distasteful. I get what he's trying to say, but he could have corrected the way he was handling it. For me personally, I don't like when people just start to point at people and they just start to, it's those black boys, it's those black girls, it's those black people over there. I'm not a fan of that at all. Even though I know what we do, I know how some of our races handle, how they was raised, and how the little YNs act. It just always ticks my nerves when I see somebody actually that's got something going on, just start pointing to the people that ain't really got much going on. And
Go ahead, Frank. Finish what you were saying.
no, I'm gonna let Jaylee color.
Yeah, I do get what you're saying. I think that like crimes are, based on proximity. So somebody is going to commit a crime against you based on who you are around, who's in your community, right? And so if Black people are the main supporters of this brand, then it will more than likely be like Black people doing it. The same way if it was some other brand that was majority supported by another race, it would probably be them that did it. So we can't just say like, oh, I get what you're saying. Like we can't just say, oh, it was Black people and da da da. But it just really pissed me off. It really pisses me off that like y'all did this. Like it, no matter who it was.
No matter who it was.
No matter who it was, it's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But he can feel like, yeah, because it was you Black people, it pissed me off even more. He said it. I get it. But, like I said, for me, it's like,
I mean, it's not that he's pissed off because he hate Black people. He's pissed off because, hey, I do so much for our own, and this is how I'm being treated. I disagree with you. That I'm not saying that everything, Fame, what you saying is right. Yep, people are gonna be downtrodden. They ain't had shit. Niggas had to do what they had to do to survive. That's cool, but that does not make it right, and that doesn't make it okay. Especially when you see, just because this Black man's business is moving, that don't mean and like that doesn't mean that it's okay that he can afford to take the L. We don't know what position he in. He might have taken out loans to fill those orders.
Not once have we tracked on that path that it was okay for him to take an L. What I'm saying is the pointed at just Black people and feeling the type of way during Black History Month. I also look at it as a double standard on him. That's it. Mm-hmm. If you feel like that, then I feel like this.
How do you feel like he should have approached this?
He approached it from how I would have approached it.
How do you feel?
Y'all wouldn't have never knew. I'd have probably been talking to the white people, making sure that we can get this paperwork done. I don't think y'all would have knew what happened. I wouldn't have came over here. I would have talked to police. I wouldn't have came up on here talking to the whole society of Black people during Black History Month about some Black kids that just hit me up. And I don't think I would have did it during this time. That's it. Mm-hmm. Even if I was up in my feelings, I wouldn't have did it. I got a little bit more self-control on how I want to be displayed amongst my people. That's all.
So you don't really want to see the second half of the video. So like I'm not gonna show that because it gets.
I know he get emotional. I can get it, bro. I'm not saying that I don't get him at all. I get it. I'm Batman about things. I will have my vengeance a different kind of way.
Yeah,
so basically what you're saying, Fame, is you would have rather saved face, basically been more of a presented more of a unified front and not told that the people who stole were Black, and you wouldn't have even talked about it online. You would have just handled your business behind closed doors, had the repercussions brought on if you could bring it on, etc.
Oh, them repercussions gonna get brought on, but for sure.
God is still working on me. I would have put names and pictures up.
Me too.
And that's what happened. In the second half of the video, he started naming names for real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, of course, like lawyers would be involved. There would definitely be like, legal repercussions. But oh yeah, like the petty in me is like.
See, y'all not petty enough for me. I need real vengeance. Like I'm when I get my get back. This is why I can't talk about it. When I'm just displaying it to everybody, like I just feel like a corny guy. Cause like, why am I telling y'all what I'm about to go do? I'm about to go handle something for real. Like,
man, it's been a great episode. We appreciate you guys. up. So if you haven't done so, like I said at the beginning of the show, join our Patreon, patreon.com/VVC Life, because obviously theft is a real thing. Also, we would say that, make sure you follow us on social media at Black Nerd Podcast on all platforms. Follow Jalen, follow Sloan, follow Fame. You do not have to follow me. But, we definitely want to make sure. No. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Tap in each and every week. We got a bunch of dopeness coming up. I got a bunch of new posts that I'm coming in. Like, I'm trying to, for the entire month not trying. I'm doing it for the entire month of February. Every week, I wanted to highlight some greatness in our Black community, and it's going to be a little new and a little old. I always like to blend the two together. And then I do my list, and then I drop all of the lists on to, Instagram, Facebook, and I didn't put it on TikTok. But shout out to everybody on Instagram and Facebook, because that list that we dropped last week, man, that got like 5,000, 6,000 views, which ain't normal for me. I normally don't do that type of numbers, bro. I do like maybe 500 views and I'd be happy. So like, I'm shouting out everybody that commented, jumped in the comments, whether you like the list, you didn't like the list. A lot of people was like the list was certified. Some people was like the list was corny. And I was like, yeah, man, whatever you feel, get it out there. Let people know. And I'm gonna drop this list, of Black marriages, and then we're gonna keep going. And then next week, I think we are going to do Black families. So like next week, we're gonna do legendary Black families, in our diaspora. So like, get your family list together for next week. I'm talking about you viewers, so that way y'all can jump in the comments and be fully immersed in everything that we got going on. Before we go, we got to get these shout outs. So, that's how we get it. So Sloan, give them these shout outs, man. Tell them what up, promote your shit. You know how we do it.
Shout out to y'all for having me on the show, and shout out to my boy Starlight Comics, who's aspiring comic book author. Shout out to the Biswalker Clan, who's a cool local cyberpunk cosplay group that I rock with. And shout out to you guys as well for being awesome and being nerdy.
Man, love you, guy. All right, Jalen.
Shout out to everyone who is watching right now, everybody who's in the comments, people who are going to watch later, might be watching the Super Bowl right now. Who else do I want to shout out? Shout out to me, shout out to Sauce and Fire Catering. If you are in the, Baltimore, Maryland, anywhere area, and you need catering, I have what you need, whatever that may be. And if you're out of the state, I also travel, so.
All right, Fame, shout outs.
Was you catering for the Super Bowl? Did you have some?
Actually, no. I don't think anybody cared much about the Super Bowl.
No, nobody cares about it.
A lot of people forgot it was going to be today.
Yeah, I can see why. There's no good teams in it. Shout out to Sweet Baby Jesus. God bless you guys all. For real, love you guys. Shout out to everybody that's well, you'll be saying this whenever you see it, right? So anybody that's joining all of our social media pages, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, that one thing we call Instagram. Thank you guys for joining us. You're about to go on a crazy ride. As you can see, we make sure we try to bring a diverse experience from all nerdy sides of the culture and bring it to you guys with fresh takes all the time. Shout out to you, Jay. Holding all of the shows on BBC together consistently, because, man, I know it ain't easy. And speaking of that, here's something that we're about to drop on our social media. I want to bring to you guys.
Ooh, fresh play.
Down here, where I'm at. All right, it's your boy JS1 Supplier. I do have my glass full of something. You don't need to know what it is. We're down here at Game On for the tournament. It's a Mortal Kombat / Capcom versus Street Fighter and Tekken 8 tournament. Yo, we're in Baltimore City. We out here with Morphin Grid. This Black Nerd Podcast.
And I was actually busting ass on area to let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? JS2 thought she was really running it, but she wasn't.
I saw her. I saw a little clip of her. Okay.
Yeah, she was really. This was the Lil Travis Invitational Tournament. Am I saying that right, Jay?
Yes, sir.
They have a few more of these coming up, guys. So if you're in Baltimore City, if you play fighting games, they got Tekken, they got Marvel vs. Capcom. They had what was the other one, Jay? It wasn't Street Fighter.
It's Tekken 8.
Tekken 8. Literally looking at it right now. But they got that coming up. And they got let me make sure I stop it on my end too. They got a few more coming up, you guys. So you can reach out. Jay, what was their page? Or just go to planetg.com or not .com.
You can go to Morphing Grid at Morphing Grid on Instagram or TikTok, and you can get more information pertaining to everything they got going on. Shout out to them. And then we met some other people. I think we met Game On or Game Up or Game something. So shout out to them.
Click.
Oh, oops. That's how trash. Shout out to Game Click. They were super friendly and they gave us all of the tokens so that we could play Area 51. So shout out to them.
Jay went back. Like, hey, can I get some more tokens?
Yeah, that's
getting addicted.
Come on.
The venue was fire. Not a fan of the wing. The food was the wings.
The
drinks were fire. The drinks were fire. And that spin the wheel for the $5 shot, fire. Yeah, that was dope.
Creative.
Yeah, super creative. Very scary. So try not to get yourself killed out there doing what you're doing. So let me give my little shout out so we can get out of here. Make sure if you haven't done so, VVC merch. Make sure if you haven't done so, Patreon. You'll follow my whole squad on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc., etc. Yo, if you haven't done so this week, make some content, yo. If I can tell you anything, make some content. Be like Fame. You know what I'm saying? I got a new t-shirt coming out called Be Like Fame. So because he does content every day, so you should be like Fame. You know what I mean? Why should you do content every day? Because it makes your life better. You know what I'm saying? You learn a new skill. You might meet new people, new comments and comment sections. How could it hurt you? You creating something based around the things that you love makes a difference every day of your life. Doing something positive to move towards your goals. Yo, do not waste your life sitting around waiting for life to happen. You got to make it happen, people. Come on, let's not waste time. Get with your friend group and get these niggas that want to do something and y'all go do something. You know what I mean? Have some fun. Read a book. Don't just watch movies. Read some freaking books. Crack open a book. Play some RPG games, not a video game. Get an RPG book. Get your friends around. Use your imagination. All right, like let's try to do things different. 2026.
Let's
go.
Repeat that again, Sloan.
I said, was he speaking another language? He said, read a book. What was it? I only read comic books. What are you talking about?
Lord,
there's two books, sir, so you're all good. You can read a
requires reading, so that is okay.
They have hardback graphic novels, sir. Stop being a curmudgeon. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be surprised, bro. They got some dope regular books too, man. Some nice sci-fi. Like, I mean, you know, I know you like anime and all that. Anime ain't nothing but a variation of sci-fi. Bro, there's tons of great stuff. Yo, read The Foundation. I bought the book The Foundation, started reading that based on the TV series. I'm telling you, book phenomenal.
Oh, can I borrow that book when you're done?
Yes, you may. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, bro, just start tapping into some things, man. Read some Star Wars stories, man. Star Wars books are dope, man. If you just need to have something that's close to something you're familiar with. But yeah, there's tons of stuff. Anyway, with that being said, we out of here, Black Nerd Podcast. We'll see you on Thursday at the clubhouse behind the paywall. Yo, and if y'all want anything else from us, or if you want to contact us, if you want us to show up to your event, or if you want us to fluff is that thing that he's
got.
That
a burrito?
I'm going back to sleep.
Is that a burrito blanket?
Yes. We can end the show so I can go back to sleep now. Hibernation. Go.
I've seen that and I want that.
Yeah, I'm done. All right, we'll check y'all next time. The burrito took.
Here comes them black nerds. Sloan's on with big words. K slap makes us all smile. Jay's little stalls every single time. Fame's kinda like a mastermind. While Jay one shows up every single time. Yeah. Powers unite, go to bring the fight. Cases is Black Nerd podcast, winning all the fights.